Hey folks, this is ioEther and I'm back with some more World of Tanks. As you can see, this is iRush and it is Skorpion G. This is a tier 8 game on ioEther. And so yeah, this is the tier 8 German premium tank destroyer. It's obviously pretty flimsy, and therefore should really be killed quite easily. He is in a platoon. Where did his platoon mates go? We got Ne Plus up there, which I'm hoping is French. And what? What does that say? Where a Badarino? Sacred? Where a Badanino sacred? We're just gonna call him Where. Yeah. Yeah. So we got Plus and we got Where. Great. Okay, so this is a tier 8 game. Of course, you used to be able to jump up on this rock, but then Wargaming decided that that was too powerful, and that the other side is the only one that should be able to shoot way over here. And so now, only from the other side can you shoot that pass nice and conveniently. Before we get too far into the game, I do want to say, if you think this deserves the MVP for the week, then please hit that like button. If you think you'd like to see more of my content, then please hit the subscribe button. And in all things, thank the Patreons, for they are amazing. And a little bit of other self-promotion. Deceit should still be going on for a little bit, so if you have checked out this series, then there's still other videos coming. If you haven't, well, maybe you should go check it out. It's a fun little game. So you can see the tip of the gun, but you can't see more than that from the SGRV. So it's no point in shooting at it. And he's trying to tell his light tank to go over there, but that's really not going to help the light tank at all, and it's actually not going to help him either, because if you can't shoot the guys the light tank lights up, then there's no point in the light tank sacrificing that health or positioning for that. And so he's got to find a location where he can actually do something more than he is right this second. It looks like the best bet he's going to have is going to be positioned up here to support the these two dueling ridges over here. Now, of course, the best spot is taken by somebody already, but look at that nice shot into the Rev side. And if that Skorpion G wants to park itself up right there, then we got a round for it in a couple of seconds. Well, unfortunately, looks like our E5 is going to have a hard time holding that position. He's falling back. Super Pershing tagging the side of the Super Pershing. Good job. As the E5 pulls back, he's going to pull the tanks over the ridge lines. As he does that, we're going to be able to hit people. Unfortunately, we shot the wreck of the Skorpion just after he died, which is unfortunate because it means basically a wasted round. The I6, though, he felt a real bit of heat. Now, with that E5 continuing to fall back, what it means is he's going to continue to pull these tanks over the ridge lines, and as they try to attack our E5, we should have some great shots into them, especially into their rather badly angled frontal hull armor, because they'll be going so far downhill. The front plates will be angled at really great ways for penning them. And things like that. AT-15 is not going to be able to just come flying around the bend. It's an AT-15. He's going to have to take some time. So because the fact that chasing that E5 down was so painful for their team, they have changed tactics. And they're all instead going to push around this corner. By doing that, it just means there's another funnel where if we set up correctly, we can shoot them in. Now our E5 has gotten out of there completely. He's actually over here using this hill for cover against guys who are still shooting out from this general direction. This IS-6 is not going to be able to survive this barrage, unless, of course, we ding him in the tracks. In which case, yes, he will survive, though only for a few more seconds until our Udas gets a hold of him. Now, unfortunately, these buildings are kind of in the way, and Irish is going to have to position himself a little bit better, and he is being shot at by the AT-15, so he actually doesn't want to push out of the buildings, because that would mean getting hit. So he's in fact going to turn around and move a little bit around them, and see what's he going to do. I thought for a sec he was going to see if he can find some better cover where he can poke out and do damage and run away again. But in fact, it looks like he's going to take cover up on this ridgeline over here, somewhere where he can get up above the houses and fire over the top of them. Which is, in fact, a much better way of working with us, because that means that the things like the T-44 get close. They're still not as close as they would have been if we were still on the front lines. And being in the front lines and anything so thinly armored as this Skorpion is always going to end badly if you're not really, really careful about it. And by that I mean, if you're invisible, then they can't shoot you. Well, they can, but it's not the point. It's harder for them to shoot you if you're invisible. And if you have a big rock that you can put between them and you, it's much harder for them to shoot you. He's gonna need to wait for his binocs to trip, just to make sure there's nothing out there. And nope, nothing out there. He can. Oh, now there is. Looking for those weak spots. Center of the hull, low down, fires, and that is a dead AT-15. Now let's see the next tank that wanders into our view. So right this second we're losing. It's currently 4 tanks versus 6 tanks. If they play smart, the enemy should be able to win this really very easily. Let's hope they don't play smart, right? I'm going to speed this up until the next enemy appears or we start moving again, because otherwise it could be a while. There we go. T-34 is on scene now. T-34 is backing off the scene. Looks like friendlies might have a shot at it, but we definitely don't. I mean, yes, you can argue that he could be pushing out and going to find other locations where he could be shooting at stuff, but really, he's in the best location. The only thing that makes it not an amazing location is because this is going on YouTube, and things want to be a bit more fast-paced for YouTube. If I was in this game playing the Skorpion, I'd be doing what he's doing right now. Because moving from this rock only decreases the odds of winning. It doesn't increase anything. Okay, so the Eye Tiger apparently wants to push around, and instead of being able to kill him, unfortunately, we just ding off his armor yet again. But we are getting some spine damage. Oops, and that's the low. And I think we just hit the... No, maybe not. I thought we hit the E5. The enemy... Sorry, E4 that was there. Not E5. E5 was ours. He ran up somewhere and died. But I didn't see where he died, so... Not much we can do about that. IS-3 is pushing in on our flank. But he's actually not on our flank, he's just near the flank. If that T-34 comes up a bit more around that corner, he's going to feel what it feels like to get shot by a Skorpion. Unfortunately, we do lose plus in the STRV, unfortunately, from the IS-3. Probably firing HE, to be honest. And that is a great hit to T-34. T-34 continues to push forward, pushing into our J-Panther 2. That's going to give us one more shot into him, finish him off, and now there's only 2 left in this game. We know that one of them is right in front of us on very low health, and the other is a super Pershing way out in the distance. Now we just got lit. Is that from the super Pershing? Because it can't be from the IS-3. So the Pershing must be in some sort of cover in that direction. Somewhere over here. S3 down without taking any damage. That's awesome. Now we can definitely take one shot from the super Pershing without fear of dying. There's no way I can do 550 damage in a single shell. And so, with the other two pushing, well, at least with the UDs pushing up and over, they should all three be able to overpower this poor guy, who otherwise has been playing a decent game on his part. Oh, that is unfortunate. Anytime you just ding off the armor like that, it sucks. There we go. Well done, sir. Great job. Master Badge, Ace Tank, sorry, that's first class, not Ace Tanker. Bruiser, Fire Effect. Unfortunately, no epic medals, but still, this is a well played game, and I'm glad to see it here. Looks like Ware did more damage, but still, without these two, this would have been a much, much different game. It would have been a loss, I'm pretty sure, as the Jagdpanzer could not have done it all by itself. 14 shots that fired 8 pens. Nice job. Well done, sir. This would have been not much different battle had you been in something else, but it worked out quite well in Skorpion G. Thank you so much for showing it to us. Please do hit the like button if you think this deserves an MVP. Or hit dislike if you think it doesn't deserve to be on the channel. And let me know what you think about it down below. Also, if you want to see more of my content, then subscribe. And in all things, thank the patrons, for they are amazing. And I'll see you next time. This ioEther out.